Arthur showed a lot more crispness in his play. But Spanishiwa picks Daybreak, and that is a great map for Zerg.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce our players, Andre, starting in the bottom left. We have a player from Team Slayers. It is Arthur, which was a great TV show back in the day. Actually, it was the go-to show that I would watch.
Is that the cartoon?
Yeah, with the Aardvark. I remember because that's how I learned how to spell Aardvark, because he did a little rap where it was like A-A-R-D-V-A-R-K. And he would rap it the entire time.
Yeah, normally people keep that to themselves. No, just kidding.
Arthur's a great show.
I honestly,
and he's got a best friend that's Buster. He's a bunny, and then he's got a really smart he's got a really smart friend named Brain and a really sassy girl named Francine. Anyone remembers? But I'll stop talking about my childhood. It was a great show on PBS, Andre. It was a great show on PBS.
PBS all.
It was. I didn't watch Sesame Street. I didn't watch whatever the heck else was going on PBS. I watched.
There was a picture of a plant that was constantly being shown.
I didn't watch Rocket Power or like SpongeBob. I watched Arthur.
Yeah, PBS.
I couldn't afford cable. Okay, I had basic channels, Andre. It was channel 13 from Jersey. You would remember. You would remember.
Not bad, bro.
Not bad.
I do remember. But I actually seldom watched TV when I was younger.
Gosh.
I was always outside playing.
Oh, well, that's actually how I got glasses, because I played computer games like StarCraft and I watched Arthur. But in the top right, we have Spanishiwa. I don't think Spanishiwa is a TV show, but it is a player from Quantic who currently studies at UC Davis. He's actually a really cool guy, really chill. I remember talking to him at a lot of LANs. He's just very down to earth. And in fact, he was thinking about calling it quits in terms of StarCraft II, in terms of, not in terms of calling quits completely, but like kind of like stall life, and at one point just say take it easy, not really try to play for a competition, but like, you know, play because you really enjoy the game, try to teach people, coach people, stream, but not like try to practice for an event to win it, you know, in a sense. Just really like take it easy and really enjoy his time in StarCraft and the scene. But now he's playing again. He's kind of like Suppy, having that summer surgence where he's really showing his potential. He's showing that he's got a brilliant mind. He's actually plays at a pretty fast pace, and I would say Spanishiwa is one of those guys that I feel like if he really focused on getting really good, he could.
Yeah, you know, I wish Spanishiwa could just take a year off, 2 years off, his life off, and just practice StarCraft II. I think he's one of the North American talents that needs to be given the time to really show his skill. And it's unfortunate. I know school is very important, and I don't hate his decision whatsoever. I approve of it, Spanishiwa, but it's always that what if. I want North America to thrive.
Yeah, I would like the North American scene to thrive as well, considering we do cast the NASL. And I think more North American representation would be good. It's cool because we do have some people in North America. From North America, we have like Sheth and QXC still in NASL, but more is always better, especially considering the level of competition that we will have for Season 4. Which, guys, of course, if you want to pick up your Season Pass, it is currently discounted. It's $15.99, which is pretty cheap considering all the content you get. I think someone did the math. It's like 10 cents per match.
Yeah.
Because of how much content we put out on a weekly basis.
Got a lot of the GSL players in there.
That's right. We do.
For not the GSL cost.
For not. Well, that's true. We don't offer a yearly subscription, but if you want to support us, and we'll offer a lot of cool things for our subscribers as well. We're thinking of new and cool ways. You guys can pick it up at NASL.tv. Now, that said, we've had the early game really pass. Both players opening a very standard 3-hatch before pool. Or sorry, 3-hatch before gas. Wow, 3-hatch before pool. That's like Cat's build in ZVP. And we had a pretty standard like forge fast expand, and he's getting a quick third gas. And he is using his first 100 gas for very quick +1 weapons from Arthur, as well as a couple of stalkers. So I guess Arthur really wants to poke at his opponent, but this third gas usually indicates some kind of Stargate play, but because he's going for fast +1, looks like he's going to put on some gateway pressure.
It feels like Blink Stalker play at this point. I mean, it's really, really awkward to get this third gas, but here he is. 4 more gateways being put on? So 4 gateways? Maybe it's just complete Stalker pressure. Could be complete Stalker. It's like, why are you getting so much gas?
Is this third gas a fake? No, okay, he's starting to saturate it.
But Spanishiwa, he already saw that +1 started at the time that it did. I would actually say the Roach Warren is down a little bit late, but I guess it's still in good time. Hopefully, obviously, he'll be able to deflect this. Spanishiwa, I don't know, he has everything necessary, I think, to defend this. All the intelligence necessary to defend this.
Yeah, I mean, he sees Stalkers, well, 2 Stalkers, in fact, because he sees one moving out in the middle of the map, so he says, well, some kind of aggression has to be in the middle of something. In fact, he's starting speed immediately, a great choice. The one thing that does help a lot is putting a creep tumor at your third base as well. And he sees a pylon going down really close to his third base, so he knows immediately that's going to be the point of contention, considering the non-stop warp-ins. And, I mean, Arthur's really committed himself to this. He's not really teching up to anything else. So this 5-grade aggression is going to be kind of a variant of what we've been seeing a lot, but really Stalker-heavy. We'll see what Arthur can do.
Oh my goodness. I don't think Spanishiwa can actually hold this third base. There's no speed. There's no metabolic boost out. And he'll never be able to catch these Stalkers. However, maybe.
He's definitely going to catch at least one of them. The drones are also going to go for a surround, trying to get the noose and tighten in, and does lock down some of the Zealots, but the drones are also dropping. Even though he gets a surround, does he have the DPS necessary? A couple Queens are about to drop as well because they are off creep. Look at that. Arthur dropping a pylon very aggressively to try and get direct warp-ins to his opponent's base.
Oh, and look at this. Now the Zealots are going to come in here. These Zealots will really be the driving force, I think, behind everything.
Yeah,
just taking so much damage. Yeah, exactly. And the Zerglings basically do nothing. Now the Roach count is a little bit higher, so that helps out. But I really feel like, oh, okay, there's the metabolic boost. Thankfully that kicked in at the perfect time. I don't know how he's actually able to get that Roach count up the way he did. But I have to say, job well done by Arthur. It might seem like it. No, everybody would agree that Arthur's way ahead. I don't think you can say otherwise. Why would you say otherwise?
Well, I think the tech development from Arthur is not that strong, and yeah, I mean he did manage to do a lot of economic damage, but I would say Spanishiwa, granted how much he lost compared to Protoss, is not that large. I mean, he lost a lot of units, but overall he kept a pretty decent drone count. It's not like he's down like in the mid-30s or anything. I don't know. I would say that Spanishiwa is not that far behind, in fact, if at all, but he is hurting a little bit considering that. I don't know, man. I think the loss of the Queens really hurt, but other than that, I think Spanishiwa is not in that bad a position.
Well, it was 13 drones, though. That's a lot of drones, man.
It is.
13 drones,
right.
That's a lot of mining time. The lair is just now starting, so really Spanishiwa isn't too far ahead in tech. Yes, he has a lot of, injects in his hatcheries, but it's only 3 hatcheries. It's not even like he has the macro hatchery. I think Arthur is actually really, really nicely set. All he has to do is take his third macro up and then push. And the fact of the matter is Spanishiwa has been hit quite substantially with his tech. Lair just coming up now, and then of course Robotech is already on the way. I just feel like Arthur is just that minor, nah, it's not even minor. I think it's pretty major. Well, this will help.
This definitely will help, forcing a cancel. Arthur getting a little bit careless with that base, and he will have to cancel it no matter what. So that actually delays the expansion quite significantly, and as long as he keeps the Zerglings, which he will keep most of them. Very nice, slip on by. Those Zerglings are very thin. Reminds me of back in my prime, Andre. I used to be very thin. Now I'm just now I'm ballooning up since working at NASL.
Didn't you say you were 185 pounds back then? Huh. I see where it is.
Yeah. You see where I'm going with this?
Yep. You're heavier than 185 pounds. So.
Yes, I am 5'9" and heavier than 180 pounds. Unless you're talking about Mr. Bitter.
Whoa, Mr. Bitter.
Actually,
what did he do to deserve this?
He didn't do anything. He's great. I love hanging out with Mr.
What
Bitter.
did he do to deserve this?
Mr. Bitter actually does something similar to what Spanishiwa does, like mass Zerglings and mass Roaches in a certain way, like in terms of being able to defend. But also...
What a jerk.
Wow. that changed.
that changes everything.
He's like, wait, no. He like revealed the fact they were trying to hold position. And he's like, I just want to be one of you, man. Wow. Arthur's like, wow. This is the most rebellious Zealot in the world.
I know. All right, Spanishiwa going to break the front rocks over here. But what is his real game plan from here on out? I mean, I think if he plays this absolutely standard, he is slightly behind. He's going to actually put in Roach Hydra pressure. Let me think about this.
You think Spanishiwa's going to put Hydras into it?
I'm sorry, Roach Zergling. Wow,
okay.
I'm going crazy. Roach Zergling pressure. I don't think this will work. I think Zerglings are really bad on Daybreak in these positions.
Yeah, it gets to the point where when Protoss is at like 110, 120 supply, they can hold off almost infinite Roach laying if good force fields and they have Immortals out. The big thing though is Arthur's going double Robo. So he's going to have 2 Colossi pumping out very soon, and it's going to be really tough for Spanishiwa to even confront, especially without any form of anti-air. Spanishiwa squeezing out 2 rounds of drones. 14 drones are about to pop, putting his economy comfortably over 80. So he's sitting nicely there, but again, how developed is his tech compared to his opponent? +3 is already on the way, meaning that Spanishiwa will finish +2 around that time. And he doesn't necessarily have Hive tech ready for the imminent push, considering that Arthur last time went for a pre-Hive timing push. Might do the same.
I would expect that. Yes, I would expect that completely. Spanishiwa actually throwing down a ton of Overseers, going to just spread them out over across every single one of his expansions just to defend against potential Dark Templar threats. But yet again, where is the Spire, man? I'm looking for the Spire. I want there to be a Spire out. And
yeah, the Spire just started actually, so maybe Spanishiwa heard your advice, Andre.
No, it's late, man.
It is.
It's very late. I don't. He's not going to stop this Colossus.
But at the same time, he's been spending so much, gas getting a lot of infestors and roaches out. And look at this. He's starting his spine wall very early. He's wary though. I think Spanishiwa understands the position he needs to take, and this center spot is so critical for Zerg to hold.
Yeah.
I think Spanishiwa, as long as he gets the spines up, as long as he can get the Spire out at all, he might be okay. It's hard to say.
4 Colossus, man. Colossus actually eat up infestors so easily, and here we go again. He's going to push on. Look at how fast these Zerglings disintegrate, and with Blink Micro, he's just going to blink back the weakened Stalkers. Yes, infested Terrans are going to pop out here, but look at how devastating these Colossus are. That's why you really need that Spire tech a little bit earlier. Yeah. And he's just going to push on through. Arthur is going to win right here. I don't see any way. The Remax is all in Zerglings. Zerglings tickle this army. And
the Roaches really won't do much considering how much it is. GG well played, and Arthur takes very quick 2 games off of Spanishiwa, just with pretty standard timings. And man, that's really tough for Spanishiwa because again, Arthur played just really solidly. And the one thing that was really cool is that in the end, Arthur never overcommitted. In the game 1, if he knew he couldn't do anything with the Void Rays and Phoenixes, he backed off. Game number 2, he had a 5-gate, and yes, he did some damage, but he didn't commit everything just to kill the hatchery kind of thing, and backed off again. So overall, very well played from Arthur, and the last foreigner has dropped NSQ number 2. That's okay.
We will remember you.
Because Spanishiwa can try next week as well. Guys, this is only the second qualifier. We're running 4. That means even after these 2 have been played out, 2 more spots exist for NASL Season 4. But, I mean, congratulations to Arthur. He played well, and we shouldn't take away from that win at all.
Definitely not. But that being said, Arthur will again play up against Dark. We're going to have that match coming to you guys.
Another PvZ coming up for our grand finals. It'll be best of 5, and that would decide who gets the last spot and who goes home with $250. But it has to try again, another NSQ. We'll find out after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. More action coming up next.